Welcome to RC Tacos. I'm here to do a review on the hot racing springs upgrade that I did on my last video. I'll put the link below in the description of the video. Basically what I did was I upgraded my E-Revo with a high lift springs gold. These are the 19-pound Traxxas GTR shocks. So the sellers RC Express, they retail for about $688 and they're designed for heavy upgrades. So if you have a lot of aluminum parts, these are probably the shocks for you. So here's the formal review. So the reason I upgraded to the hot racing springs, the 19-pound, was because I have a GoPro and they weigh a little bit, you know, and it goes inside this case and this mounts right back here. So with all these parts mounted to the back of my E-Revo, my original springs were bottoming out, so it was causing the E-Revo to really sit low. So I thought I'll upgrade it to the hot racing high lift springs, the 19-pound, and it really did prop it up. But the problem is that when I would turn, it was not soaking in the turns. So I flipped it over about 8 times on one run time. So these are the hot racing springs. The part number is RVO 5095. So I'm going from the 5075s to the 5095s. I'll go ahead and include the description of the part below on the comment section, so check that out. I'm not going to show you all the details of the upgrade because I already did that on my last video, so I'll just link the video below and you can see that. Got a little zip tie, we'll just be removing this. It keeps the motor cables from going everywhere. So there it is, 7 screws, 2 for the shock mount towers, 4 on each side, and 1 in the back. So as you can see here are the chocks that were upgraded formerly. These are the 19-pound hot racing springs. I'll be downgrading these to the 15-pound. Wow, that came out easily. So now that I got my chocks out, these are the original hot racing springs I got installed. They're the gold 19-pound. I'm going to go ahead and remove these, and I'm going to be installing the hot racing, the chrome preloaded rally springs. These are the 15-pound. To start out with, I'll just take the springs off. I completely loosened them and see if I can get them off. Like that. There's one. Okay. So these are pretty stiff shocks, and the trick to doing that is you have to completely loosen them, otherwise you'll be kind of struggling. You hold the chock back, so you kind of place it in your palm and hold the shock back. And where is he? There he is. There's a slot. And just kind of pull it down and comes out just like that. Now that we got our springs off our chocks, I'm going to go ahead and install the hot racing springs. So if you compare them, they're actually the same length. These are actually also extended. So here the gold, and these are the new 19 pound, 15 pound, and here's the originals. The originals are actually a bit shorter, so if you look at these and you compare them, these are 15 pound, these are the 19 pound, and these are the originals if you compare them. They're a bit shorter. But these should be softer, so hopefully that they can soak up the turns, and my Revo won't be flipping over every time I make a sharp turn. I'm not saying these are bad shocks. These are probably good if you have a lot of aluminum parts, but I don't. I just have my camera mount and the back skid plate, the steel, that's welded on there, so it adds a little extra weight, so I'm going to be downgrading to the 15. And I'll probably give you a review just to let you know how these worked out. So I'll go ahead and get these guys back on here. Getting them on is pretty simple. You just kind of put them right in and slide down the seal just a bit, and there you go, just like that. Then we get our skid plate back on here. So the 7 screws, I'm going to start out with just the shock mounts. The shock mount screws are the ones that are a bit longer. Use my 2.5 millimeter to get this back in here. So that concludes the installation of the shocks, the 15-pound GTR shocks. I'm taking a look at it, and it actually is it's a little lower than it originally was. So when I had the 19-pound shocks, it was pretty stiff. It was all the way up to the top, and now it's kind of sitting toward the center, which is more like when I purchased it. Like the original shocks kept it sort of in the center, and that's what it's doing now. It still pops up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a test run, take it out, and batch. I might have to adjust the shocks, make them a little more tense or a little looser. I'm going to play with it a little bit and see how that works out. So far, I think this might work. I'm not seeing a problem. The only thing it'll have is the casing, and then the GoPro goes right over here. So we'll see how it works out, and hopefully it doesn't turn over. If you wait till the end of the video, you'll actually see the clips. I included them in this video where the 19-pound caused it to flip over. My guess is those 19-pounders were actually made for a whole bunch of aluminum different parts, which caused it to get heavier. Some people like to put extra batteries in there to do speed records and whatnot, but yeah, that's it. So if you like this video or found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Until next time.